Wake up. It's late. Why are you sleeping here? You should have gone home. I had to do an emergency operation tonight, so I didn't have time to check my phone. My apologies. I'm not mad at you. I did almost call the police, however. Did you make your way here as soon as you finished training? You must not have eaten yet. The food court should still be open. We can get some late-night snacks together. You're giving me medical advice now, huh? "10 p.m. is not that late. Let's go before the barbecue stand closes." Judging from how spotless the ground is, the stall might not have even opened yet. Arcades these days are skilled at attracting customers using a variety of methods. I don't... Who was it again that said staying up late is bad for our health? Other arcade goers game with their brains. You game with your voice. Drink. Arcades are built for people who are children at heart. People like you. Yes, I was born an adult. Children's games are not for me.
Hey there! They're holding a Jungle Wars tournament tonight, 2 on each team. You seem pretty good at it. Looks like your friend won't be playing anyway. How about we team up?
All right. I suppose your friend is playing after all. We have 1 token left. Here, you can decide what to do with it. I barely visited arcades as a student. I didn't expect to spend the night here with you. It's almost morning. We should head home. This bunny has your face. Yes. You should bring it home and keep it safe. Don't let anyone... Don't leave it with anyone else, or I'll... Do you want to leave it with someone else? Teach it a lesson for me. Is that what it's called? I simply can't bear to watch my pet be abducted, that's all. Did I say you were one? Are you finally feeling some sense of remorse? Today is my day off. It's normal for me to stay up due to all sorts of affairs. I have trouble falling asleep early. Stop poking it. You'll create holes in the bunny's face. Tucking it in? What kind of silly idea is that? That is an excuse parents use to train their children to go to bed without them. Thank you. Yet I can't imagine myself coaxing a bunny to sleep. For example? Well, that depends on whether this certain person would like a bedtime story or a lullaby. We're here. Go to bed. Perhaps. Whether or not you have insomnia, you can call me any night you want.
Good evening. Please show me your tickets. The entrance is straight ahead. Use your own earphones and connect to the Wi-Fi in our museum to listen to the explanations. I'm sorry, but we no longer have interpretation devices due to technical upgrades.
Thanks. This is the diary of an Egyptian doctor from the Ptolemaic dynasty. It says that the doctor's wife had been suffering from a chronic heart condition and was slowly dying. He tried to find a cure and prayed with the priests at the shrine every day to no avail. Eventually, he bought a slave and wanted to exchange his heart with that of his wife's as a last resort. Of course, he didn't succeed. He dissected his wife's heart in an attempt to pinpoint the cause of the disease. Perhaps the doctor believed that the one who took his wife away wasn't Osiris, but her disease. Unfortunately, during his time, it would have been impossible to pinpoint the cause even if he dissected the heart. It's in the explanation. I'll get going first. This is the last exhibit. Thanks for your pen. Is there anything else? Sure.
When did you come in?
I wasn't sleeping too soundly. You're welcome. You can take a look at the notebook after you give me back my glasses. Is this how you normally give people back their glasses? I drew it during my free time just to speculate on the cause of the Egyptian doctor's wife's disease. His records are very detailed, not to mention speculative and unconfirmed. The continuous development of modern medicine has its roots in the trial and error and experiences of our predecessors. When someone leaves behind their experiences and questions, it's only natural for someone else to summarize and answer them. It's time for me to start work. It's not like I'm a doctor who works at the hospital 24/7.
We can meet somewhere else.
I've called you 7 or 8 times, but couldn't get through. Did you oversleep? I'm sorry, but I can't wait any longer. My time is booked.
Then stop dawdling, young lady. This is the last shuttle bus to the ski resort of the day.
It's you. Indeed. It's a 1 out of 10 chance. Only 10 ski resorts near Lincoln City are open as of now. What's up with that pocket bulge? You didn't fit a gun in there, did you? You mean tumbling all the way down the slope? You're not fooling anyone with that woolly hat. You tied your snowshoes wrong. Are you sure you don't need a coach? Wow. I didn't take him for a guy who cares about animal conservation. Do you plan to teach yourself with tutorial videos then? Who knows, you might even master it faster that way. Of course not. I'd rather you believe me. Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? My private consultation service isn't free, you know. I'm afraid food isn't the way to my heart.
Be careful. Don't hit anyone. You can't just focus on your feet when you want to stop. You have to adjust your balance, too. Come on. Take my hand and stand up. Are you sure about that? Don't force yourself. Do you want to try again? You can't get up because...
Where did all that bravery fighting wanderers go? Now look ahead. Imagine there's...
a wanderer in front of you.
This is why you shouldn't get complacent. I wouldn't say so. You were yelling at the top of your lungs earlier. Were you cheering yourself on? Fine, whatever rocks your boat. Now that you can get up, try riding down the slope all the way to the bottom on your own. My stomach's growling. I want to go enjoy the nice big meal you promised. We'll be waiting for you down there. Me and your little lamb. Indeed. I only hold certain people to those standards. This place is pretty well known in the area. The food should be good. Why do you look so happy about it? You're making it personal too. You're on the same page. What happened to your hand? Does it hurt? You are such a... Let me get this straight. You came to the ski resort alone, booked a coach on your own, and couldn't care less even though your hand's all bruised. I don't know if I should call you determined or silly. You're foolish indeed. Eat some more if you're really that ambitious. It takes an hour to get up there by cable. You'd better get enough food before setting off. Ice it for a while. You're hopeless when it comes to self-care. Determined? You're just being stubborn. As a doctor, I expect cooperation from my patient at the very least. Besides, you're not falling. Not under my watch. You were making a toast to yourself. How pathetic. If I kept going on my way, even the robots behind me would have laughed at you. Yes, and I was about to make a moment post about how I'm totally not sad, too. Your eyes narrow slightly when you pretend to be happy. They don't light up either. I'm tired of watching you pretend. Please stop. Then from now on, you can at least stop pretending in front of me. I mean, I would have seen right through you regardless. It serves no purpose to pretend in front of me. Let's go. I'm walking you home. Take a look outside. Are you sure about that? Did you bring an umbrella? You've looked at the snow long enough. Hurry up. No, it sounds boring. Cheese. It contains too much trans fat. All right, second question. Americano or latte? It's always interesting to watch you try to start a conversation. Sitcom. The one that uses holograms to make its guests try and survive the Jurassic period. I want to hear about it. Your stories, especially the ones where you make a fool of yourself, are Always fascinating. I worked overtime for weeks last year. In the end, I decided to sleep in my office at the hospital. The director told me I must take rest to recharge my body. Back then, I wasn't happy about this decision. However, it later dawned on me that everyone has a limit. We aren't as tough as we think we are. If you have energy to spare, please do me a favor.
Promise me that I won't see you in the hospital again next month.
You walked in twice last month alone. Every time I dressed your wound, you were really noisy. I would like some peace and quiet. I'll walk you downstairs. Give me a moment. What are you looking for? I'm right here. Why did you run off earlier? Enough. Regardless, it wasn't the hospital that called earlier. You should head upstairs now. Good night. I'm aware. And? More or less. Correct. Allow me. Go register first. A certain booth owner should use her brain instead of slacking off. You might as well start designing your mascot now. I don't look that scary. I think they both represent you. One is you pretending to be nonchalant before the result of the charity booth application was announced. The other is you being ecstatic once you learned your application was approved. Why sheep? You visit the hospital quite often. It is a mascot designed by the booth owner. I suppose this counts as my submission. You drew these? This one reminds me of a carefree child who disobeyed her doctor's orders and snuck out of the hospital. For what? Not listening to the doctor, or secretly running away? What are these drawings? Are you certain that's what it's supposed to be? I cannot be compared to you, but I'm better than most. I did tell him to get some sun downstairs instead of staying in the ward all the time. Sammy didn't want to do checkups when he first arrived at the hospital. Grayson did it to coax Sammy to take his medicine. He's not a 3-year-old kid. Such lies won't fool him. That's because he's determined and never gave in to fear. Yes, those patients have been discharged. If words of hope must be transmitted through some sort of medium, I'll always find that medium. And then, I'll tell everyone that spring is on its way.
We're heading back. Thank you, Dr. Zayne. Bye.
Well, thanks to a certain someone who collected every one of the children's drawings and told their stories to the people who bought them all morning. A basic skill for surgeons. It's good practice for holding a scalpel. Apples have high water content. They're good for people who talk a lot. Well, someone invited me to go see tulips with them. The line went dead before I could even respond. Yes, and then someone blushed, looking as red as an apple. Let's enjoy spring together from now on.
I'm not hungry. I'll just get some noodles.
You should go to that noodle place in the alley and bring some back for us.
The patient in bed 3 requires special attention tonight. His surgery was today. The one in bed 9 will be discharged the day after tomorrow. Remember to prepare the report and files.
A nurse mentioned the patient in bed 7 had a fever in the afternoon.
Keep an eye on him for now. If his temperature is still high, you know what to do. Have you been waiting long? Let's go. What's for dinner? Innovative sweet and sour cuisine, mildly spicy hot pot, large briskets, and anything you want at the hospital cafeteria. You truly put a lot of thought into this.
Blood pressure 70/46. The patient has a congenital heart disease.
She's my patient. What happened?
She fainted while walking around the neighborhood, so her parents called us right away.
Get the defibrillator ready.
This is the Division of Cardiac Surgery. Didn't Dr. Zayne clock out already? Alright, I understand. We will reserve a bed. ER called. They said Dr. Zayne took over and is preparing for surgery.
Is it Dulce? Poor girl. She's been in the hospital for months. She was finally stable. I thought she had fully recovered when Dr. Zayne discharged her.
You haven't gone home yet. It's late. Wait a moment. I'll give you a ride home. The operation failed. Grayson is talking to her family now. We can leave now. Does the patient in bed 7 still have a fever?
His temperature came down. We took it around 10 p.m.
Thank you. We had a low chance of success to begin with. It was acute cardiac arrest caused by an EVOL disorder. This is already a rare case, and we still have limited understanding when it comes to EVOL-related complications. There was no better way to tackle this than the operation I had performed. She was my patient for quite some time. I know this very well. Are you trying to be my therapist now? Imagine there's a heart in your hand, beating weakly. It's gradually slowing down, before stopping altogether. Imagine what that feels like. There is only so much we can do as doctors. As a doctor, I know very well that humans do not become stars after they die. Go ahead and say them, otherwise it will be a waste. That's a quote from Language Arts Volume 1. a high school textbook. If she did become a star, she'd be one who loves playing hide and seek. I suppose the textbook quote is correct. I'll be returning to the hospital. Dulcie is a rare case. Every detail of her surgery is crucial information for future research. I need to record everything and review it while my memory is still fresh. You're not so bad yourself. Good night. When seeing a therapist, one would usually make an appointment for their next session.
The snow is so pretty.
Come in. Why didn't you walk in earlier? Are you rehearsing some sort of monologue? You're the only person in the corridor. Besides, you sounded so affectionate that it's hard not to listen. Next time, just come in whenever you want to. There's no need to think of excuses. Is there a holiday today? Quite a few doctors in the division got off work early. If so, there will be too many days to commemorate in 1 year. What are you holding? Is that a boxed lunch from the convenience store downstairs? Let's sit down and eat it together then. You should eat more of them in that case. Here, take my portion. No, I'm not. Have you seen any movies as of late? I have 2 unused movie tickets. Let's choose a movie on my phone. I'm free next week. What about you? It's okay if you're busy. I'll see you next Wednesday then. You can take a look if you'd like. Didn't you say it's a good day for seeing snow? It cannot be considered normal now that you're here. Let's go. All right. You're not dressed warmly enough in this weather. I'm not done with you just yet. Put some gloves on, too. That doesn't mean your hands shouldn't. Lincoln City needs your protection. They're better than nothing. Put them on. Before, I didn't know why the other doctors were going home early. It makes sense now that I think about it. A day like this is perfect for doing what makes you happy. And meeting people who make you happy. Look at your hands, they're freezing. Yet you still wish to do silly things? She made them from clay. Are you planning to take her place and make people out of snow? Go on. I'm impressed at the number of excuses you can make. Give him to me. The patient has been resuscitated. His vital signs are normal. What about now? Does he resemble you? All right. Go ahead. Why did you stop? I suppose you don't have much to say about my smile after all. You should smile more. You make people feel happy when you do. Are you done watching the snow? We should head back in if you are. You're going to freeze at this rate. When it's snowing, it's good to have someone to keep you company so you won't get lonely. Let's head back. He intends to send you home. However, now that you're here, he doesn't want to be alone anymore.
How long have you been coughing for? Well, it looks like it's just the common cold. It's probably because you've been exhausted from overworking lately. You never notice how tired you are when you're busy. You should get some rest over the next few days. I'll prescribe you some medicine. Zayne! I hope you're having a good evening so far. Here's the prescription. Take it to the pharmacy downstairs and they'll give you the medicine. The hospital check-in just so happens to be down there too. Your breathing sounds abnormal, so you'd better check in just to be safe. Well, it's up to you.
Since you're experiencing abnormal breathing, you'll need to go for a radiograph and a pulmonary function test. As such, I suggest that you check in tonight.
Yeah, I agree. It's better to be safe than sorry.
This is just my suggestion. In the end, it's all up to you. Get in. I'm sending you home. Grayson has already told you everything that needed to be said. Get some rest over the next few days. Don't forget to drink more hot water. It'll help with your cough. When people get mad, their bodies secrete catecholamines. Catecholamines affect one's cardiovascular system, metabolism, and internal organs. In short, I won't get mad easily. Forget it. There's a big difference in temperature between day and night in Lincoln City. Remember to take a cab when you get home at night so that you won't catch a cold. Are you sure? You were going to walk back had I not been waiting for you at the entrance, weren't you? Go on in.
Look at you. You're in pretty good shape after just a few days. Have you recovered from your cold? I'm afraid you'll have to talk to Dr. Zayne for that. Don't worry, even if he's not happy, he won't joke around when it comes to your work. After all, Dr. Zayne is a doctor.
Come in.
进来。
Your company has already emailed me your health certificate. Can you read the second to last line of the health certificate aloud? Says the one who refused to be hospitalized, snuck out, and tried to walk home despite being likely to catch a cold. You need a doctor to sign it. So what do you think I should do? Lie? I'm just doing my job as a doctor. The last line, where it says, promises to not disobey the doctor's orders. Huh. Now that's another line I'm not signing for you. You should go and find another doctor. I have a meeting soon.
Why are you still here? Nah, there's no way you can annoy Dr. Zayne. Let me check it out. And then? That's all? That's all it takes to make Dr. Zayne mad? He usually doesn't say anything even when patients refuse to cooperate with their treatment. Dr. Zayne has always been focused on doing his job well. I've never seen him care about anything else. There's no way he'll make things difficult for you.
It's okay. He doesn't need that. Got it. Ignoring you has never crossed his mind. You should know that very well. That he can't ignore you, even if he wants to.
Welcome. Good evening. How can I help you? Do you not know what to choose? I can give you some recommendations. Is it for a family member, friend, or someone special? If it's for a gentleman, your options are brooch, tie clip, or cufflinks. What style does he usually dress in?
What is it? I'm on my way home. Where are you? Do you want me to help you pick out jewelry? It will be difficult for me to give an objective opinion if he has this sort of flamboyant style. They're too simple and could be easily mistaken for paperclips. Who are you planning to give it to? Someone older than you? Are you too close? If so, then it's not appropriate to give this kind of gift. What kind of person is he? Oh, you speak so highly of him.
How about this one? It's inspired by star jasmine and has an elegant shape. It also has a deep meaning behind it.
There is nothing remarkable about this. The color scheme is too ordinary. I am not. If you're giving him a thank you gift and he's such an outstanding person, you can't pick something mediocre. Do you have anything more unique?
Please take a look. This is called Night Neon. It's from one of our designer series, and there are only 8,000 sets worldwide. Its dynamic aesthetics are characterized by the vividly contrasting red and green, as well as the extravagant shape inspired by the neon lights of the busy city.
I think it's wonderful. When gifts are involved, it's the thought that counts. If the other person doesn't wear it simply because they don't need to, you can end your relationship at that moment. As you said, that is merely an excuse. If he lacks the courage to tell you the truth, then there is no need to be friends with someone so insincere. It's for me? No, I merely wasn't expecting it. You're mistaken.
Dear customers, a wanderer has appeared at the rooftop garden of the shopping center. We have already contacted the police. Please don't panic and evacuate in an orderly manner.
Don't worry, the commercial district has very good emergency procedures. Indeed, it is extremely dangerous. If someone is injured, they'll need first aid. Advice is advice, is it not? There appear to be at least 6 injured. I'll check them first. Watch out for the Wanderer. If you encounter anyone else who's wounded, make them go to a safe area if their injuries are minor. Notify me as soon as possible if their injuries are serious. Wait. Be careful. Try to hold out until backup arrives.
That thing can fly! I can't reach it!
One of them is in a complicated predicament. Keep it at bay for another 5 minutes. You can move him now. All he needs is a regular medical examination. Be careful. Don't mind me. Instead, you should. Step aside. However, everything is fine now. We made a great team. I successfully evacuated everyone else. I can't leave you behind. When I used to go into war zones with the medical team, our unspoken rule was to leave no one behind. What makes you say that? Doctors are humans as well. Being a mess isn't so bad if we get to see a night like this. It cracked in half down the center. I suppose the quality of this designer piece isn't what it claimed to be. That is unnecessary. Since it's a gift from me, you should listen to what I have to say. Now it truly is night neon. It's perfect.
I'm not sure if it's fate or because we share a similar routine. Is this the place you've chosen?
Welcome.
It's all light food. Do you actually like these dishes? Since when did you start chewing grass? Are you making fun of me? Same here. So you chose this place because you thought I'd like it. What happened to choosing your favorite restaurant? Isn't this cheating? I don't care about who wins or loses. Here, use this salad dressing. You. Why do I feel as if I'm feeding a rabbit? It appears you don't have an appetite. That would be quite the coincidence. You should finish the food first. Don't waste it. What's wrong? You don't like it because there are no carrots? If you don't like the food, I understand the consequences will be serious. It seems they also changed the chef here. I learned from the master. Like cardboard? We both lost. Perhaps we should stop. But, if you want, there is a place I can take you to. Follow me. The university that I studied at is nearby. Monsters?
I just dropped a course. It's just I found I was taking too many courses this semester.
I don't recall any. I skipped years too quickly. We'd get acquainted, and the next day I transferred. When I was in college, as you said, time is a luxury for students in a hellishly competitive medical school.
Hey Liz, did you attend last week's lecture?
I doubt it would have been a good thing.
Hello, Dr. Zayne.
Zayne, long time no see.
Oh, hello. Let me introduce you. These are my old classmates.
Yeah, you were only a year higher than me when I enrolled, and now you're already a doctor. Well, I'm still trudging along.
Well, Dr. Zayne studied hard and got himself a nice job before finding a girlfriend, unlike the two of us.
You two will finish next year, correct?
Yes, and then we have to do our residencies.
Zayne, how did you manage to get your bachelor's, PhD, MD, and finish your residency in half the time it took us? That's amazing!
You both did good work to come this far.
Zayne, I didn't expect you to say that. It's only been a few years since we last met, and now you look like a different person.
What was I like before? A monster?
I can't believe you're even joking.
Come on, we should leave them to their date. We're going to place our order now. See you.
All right. What's the matter? You can ask me whatever is on your mind. They're my old classmates. It's different. Is that the most pressing question you have? Maybe. But studying was all I thought about back then. Correct her? Was it necessary? I did obtain my degrees and finish my residency in half the time it will take them.
Come on, ladies! The most delicious tacos in downtown!
I liked to come here when I was in college. I didn't go here because of the food. The medical school students had a dedicated library that was open 24/7 except during the holidays. But only this skewer stall remained open until midnight. Basically. What are you thinking about right now? It would be better if you told him to keep it up. Let's go. You're still hungry, are you not?
Dr. Zayne, what brings you here? Do you want the usual?
There is no such thing. I chose whatever was available. Here are some free samples. Try them. You as well. Or are you still in denial? Eat it before it gets cold. This rabbit has grown up and can eat meat now. Are you also saying I'm a changed man? And to you as well. Didn't you say you would tell the younger me to get more rest? If I hadn't kept going back then, how else would I be able to stand here? Then allow me to add one thing. If I hadn't kept going back then, how else would I be able to stand here
and see you again?
Yes, I'm updating the patient's files now. How about you? Do you have any new plans for tonight? Don't you have a grudge list? Write this one down and I'll think of a way to compensate you after I commit enough offenses. Shall we go eat in the garden?
You're very familiar with this place. I'm wondering if there's a place you don't know.
Well, there might be monsters lurking nearby. I leave it to you then. Number 1 hunter in Lincoln City.
It's not your fault. She's fine. Don't worry. You insist on living.
I'm all right. What are you doing here? I remember you mentioned last night how hard you worked the last few days, and wanted to sleep until the sun sets. What nightmare made you so scared that you came to me? What is it? Would even the best hunter in Lincoln City have such nightmares? Are you still scared? I dreamt that you were defeated by monsters and cried non-stop in my office. I don't remember. I'm not afraid of nightmares. You will. While I am not a neurologist, I do know the answer to that question. Is that why you bought this tea? It's not bad. And I added some sugar. Judging by the ingredients, it's just ordinary green tea. Polyphenols can't promote sleep. They can, however, refresh our spirit. This must be one of those items you bought online after seeing some ads. What's the best course of treatment? I suppose anything can be passed off as good advice. I'm a medical expert as well. I say it's not worth it. Now what? Are you going to hypnotize me? Every sleep app uses the sounds of ocean waves for hypnosis and meditation. So your hypnosis didn't seem to work on yourself. No. I dreamt about a horde of wanderers. You were the one fighting off monsters in my dream. Perhaps it's because I heard a voice tell me. She will always be here. When I woke up, that girl was still holding my hand. You were the one who protected me in my dream. So, #1 hunter in Lincoln City, would you like to try sleeping under my protection? You can sleep now. I'm here. I will always be here.
Isn't that coffee with toast and scrambled eggs? It's just a normal breakfast. Ah, yes. On that day, my night shift had ended, and a hunter was in the hospital lobby. And then she followed me to the parking lot and sat in the passenger seat of my car. Are you sure that's not just memory bias? Anything is delicious when you're starving. Is that what her stomach says? I don't have any of the ingredients to make that right now. It was for a doctor who just finished his night shift. I didn't expect someone would miss it so much. Allow me to remind you that you shouldn't have any high expectations of my cooking skills. Also, there is no guarantee I can perfectly recreate that breakfast. I'll only be your chef for today. I'm your primary care physician first and foremost. Where did you put the ingredients? Really? You said they were overcooked last time. You're just going to eat it even if I say yes. The way you eat chips reminds me of something. It's like listening to a little rat munch on food. The toast is almost done. You have a lot. Are you planning on opening your own store? You love to hoard food, Miss Hamster Store owner. And have you figured out what it is? You should do that as soon as possible. Or else they'll go bad. If you can finish all of these jars within a month, they won't go to waste. Nobody said jam could only be eaten in the morning. I know. I'm going to pretend I only heard what you said before the but. You're not wrong.
Convenient meals, I can meet all of your needs. A jack of all trades, Mr. Cooker at your service.
You should get one. That way the food you buy won't go bad before you can eat them. Are you planning to visit the hospital again to hunt down a doctor who just finished his night shift? It seems someone wants her primary care physician to change careers.
Take charges every morning, starting today.
If that's what you've decided, then perhaps he can surpass your expectations. You. What are you doing here? Is that so? I must be dreaming. So dreams and reality aren't that much different from each other. After all, some people can't stay quiet no matter where they are. It's not an alarm, but a reminder. Yes, it's to remind me that I need to leave early for an appointment. Indeed. Well, since you're already here, I guess there's no need for me to go out. Oh? Is there a rule that says I can't laugh while I'm dreaming? However, someone certainly feels real in this dream. She's warm, has a pulse, and... I can feel her breath. However, something is different. If this were reality, she wouldn't be this easy to take down. Not being awake and not wanting to wake up are two separate things. You still haven't told me why you're here. I see. I was trying to kill some time by reading, but I haven't been sleeping well lately. I must have dozed off. Anterior aortic sinus adjacent to the sinotubular junction. How so? All I can say is that working while in bed isn't exactly the epitome of productivity. You're just making things up now. Or perhaps it's a primitive form of self-deception. All right. I have your proven theory memorized now. It's time to get up. What's wrong? You can't bear to leave my bed? You're just like a child. Don't you want to do something else now that the exhibition is cancelled? I'll only mess up my sleep schedule. All right. We'll stay here for a while longer. You need to stay still if you're pretending to be asleep. I'm afraid that will be difficult with you here. It's proving to be a challenging one. Stay still. Don't move. Are you asleep? That was quick. I suppose those assignments you did in bed were actually finished in the middle of the night. All right, I won't. You're quite strong for someone who's sleeping. I won't leave. I'll stay right where you are and watch over you.